All right, it's time for a new little game that we've created called Bull or Bear. We're going to say a hot take, and Alex and myself are going to say if we're bullish on this, like if we agree, or if we're bearish, if we disagree. All right, will Bitcoin replace the U.S. dollar by 2035? Bullish or bearish?
All right, I'm a mega bull on Bitcoin. I think it's going to be a lot higher than now in 2035. But if it's bullish or bearish on this statement, I am a flat out bear. There's no way. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen in 10 years. 10 years is what I've come to find in life is that we think 10 years is a long time, and then 10 years comes like in the snap of a fingers, and 10 years is not enough time. I'm not even sure if the Bitcoin would replace the US dollar by any point. I don't think that that's something that that any government, the amount of power, the amount of control that a government has with fiat currencies, they're not just going to hand that over to something that they can't control. And so, no, bear. I'm a mega bear on that statement, and I will be for quite a while.
All right, I'm gonna go through a loop rabbit hole with my opinions on this. So if we think
Okay.
about if we're saying straight up, is Bitcoin going to replace the US dollar? I would say I'm bearish on that. But here's where I'm gonna go with this. If we're thinking about what is the US dollar? The US dollar is a derivative of gold, right? That's what it originally was. It was a note, a promissory note for gold. So if you ask me, which we're not asking, but if you ask me, it's my question. If you ask me, can can Bitcoin replace gold or at least be larger than gold by 2035? I would say I am a bull on that. I don't know if in a practical sense though, Bitcoin has the capabilities of transacting like needed on the US dollar unless they really figure out the Lightning Network. But I do see a scenario where Bitcoin is larger market cap than gold by 2035, which that's where I'm going to go. So
Okay. What would that be? I'm trying to think. That would be like a $750,000 Bitcoin if gold was still at today's, prices in 2035. So that's possible.
yeah, I think that that's definitely possible. Like, could you see $1 million Bitcoin by 2035? I would say I'm bullish on that.
Yes.
All right. Bull or bear? Solana will become the #1 smart contract.
I'll go bear again. I'm sorry, man. There's so many potential options, and what's the timeline here? I mean, if we're talking about 2026, 2027, 2028, I would think if there's ever going to be a time when Solana would become the #1 smart contract platform, it would have to be within like the next 5 years. I think that something else would overtake Solana the longer we go. Maybe it's something that doesn't even exist yet that would all of a sudden pop onto the scene and be the place, solve all the problems and not have any problems of its own. So I guess I'll go bear on Solana. There's just too many options. There's so many possibilities that could overtake Ethereum.
Yes, I agree with your sentiment that there are a lot of possibilities. I think that some easy candidates are Solana, XRP, HBAR. I think is a strong candidate to do so. But I've been learning a lot about developing because we are developing for Solnic. And the more that I learn about code, the more that I learn about Solana smart contracts, the more bullish, not on the price, but the technology of Solana that I become. And I think if anyone knows Rust, if they know C++, you can write and launch things on Solana. And so from the idea to a product, I don't think that there is a more streamlined ecosystem that exists right now. Now, is there lots of awesome products on Solana? No, not yet. But was there in 1997 on the internet? No, there wasn't either. So I think that we are in the very beginning, and so I'm going to say I'm bullish on this. Although I do agree with your sentiment that anything could do it. I don't think. I think we both agree that Ethereum is not going to be the number one smart contract by this time the next bull market.
I'm a bull on that statement.
The question is, who's it going to be? I think that Solana is as good as any. I think it'd be Solana, XRP, HBAR would be my top 3 picks for that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
All right. XRP to $200 by 2028. Bull or bear, Alex?
We're both bears. I'm gonna speak for you. All right, XRP to $200 by 2028. Well, here's the deal. Okay, Devin and I were both very confident about XRP well before it ripped super hard, and we both did very well. Devin admittedly did much better than I did because he was holding on to a large stack and just waiting for that moment that we both told you about was going to happen, which is when XRP rips, it just makes violent moves. And so, do you know what I'm going to be doing a great deal of in the next bear market? Is I'm going to be buying a lot of XRP and waiting for that moment. And I'm sure as other things start moving and XRP's just dragging along, so many people are going to be asking those questions, those same questions they asked on November 4th, 2024. I'm bored with XRP. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything. I feel like should I trade it to buy some AI token? And we're going to be sitting here and be like, no, do not do that. When it rips violently. XRP will do very well for us in the future, but not going from whatever its bear market bottom is next time to $200. No, that's absurd. That's what market cap is that? That is XRP people don't care about market cap, but that's multiple trillions of dollars of market cap. That's something like 10 trillion or maybe even more than that off the top of my head. It's hard with supply, inflation, and everything to figure that out. No, not happening.
All right. Alex spoke for me, but I am a bear on this statement as well. I do not think that XRP gets above $200. You could talk me into $50. You could talk me into that, but $200 I think is unreasonable. And really, it's going to be dependent. Like my target for XRP is going to be dependent on how high it goes and how low it goes. It's going to be based off of Fibonacci's and Wyckoff. That's where all my targets start from. That's where they end. You could talk me into probably $50, I would say, by 2028. But as far as it going to $200, I think is absurd.